The kind of hostility displayed by Morocco during the just concluded AFCON was not just disappointing, it was deeply embarrassing to African football. This is not about rivalry or home advantage. This is about basic respect, fair play, and sportsmanship, things that should never be missing from a tournament as big as AFCON. From the group stage to the knockout rounds, there was hardly any visiting team that enjoyed fair treatment in Morocco. The behavior of some officials, supporters, and even players created an atmosphere that felt more like warfare than football. It was uncomfortable to watch, and even more painful because this happened on African soil. The most obvious example was during the semi-finals between Nigeria and Morocco. Nigerian goalkeeper Stanley Noboli was constantly frustrated in ways that had nothing to do with football skill. Several times during the match, his towel, which goalkeepers normally keep behind the goalpost, was stolen. This towel is not decoration. Goalkeepers use it to clean sweat from their hands, especially in hot conditions. Wet or slippery hands can lead to costly mistakes. But what happened that night was deliberate. The towel was removed repeatedly so the goalkeeper would not see it or use it. The clear intention was to make his hands uncomfortable and reduce his grip, hoping it would lead to a goal. That was not clever football. That was wickedness. While this was happening, many people were watching. Other teams were watching. Africa was watching. And Senegal was watching closely. Fast forward to the final between Morocco and Senegal, and the same behavior appeared again. This time, it was the Senegalese goalkeeper who became the target. The towel disappeared once more, but unlike before, Senegal came prepared. They already knew the script. At a point, when the towel was taken away, the assistant goalkeeper tried to retrieve it, only for Moroccan officials to shine bright light directly into his eyes. Imagine that. A football final turning into street tricks. Yet, even with all that, Senegal stood firm. What shocked many people the most was seeing an international player like Achraf Hakimi involved in the act. A player of his level, experience, and reputation should know better. That moment alone disappointed many African fans who expected leadership, not participation in gamesmanship. But football has a way of answering arrogance. The Senegalese goalkeeper reacted immediately, retrieved his towel, and stayed focused. Senegal did not panic. They did not complain endlessly. They played football. Real football. Honest football. And in the end, they won, convincingly. Senegal defeated Morocco in their own home, in front of their own fans, despite all the distractions. That victory was not just about lifting the trophy. It was a loud message. A message that no amount of tricks can defeat preparation, discipline, and unity. What made everything more painful was what came next. After all these incidents, Morocco was still listed by FIFA as one of the teams with the best fair play rating. That decision shocked many Africans. It raised serious questions. Did FIFA not see what everyone else saw? Were the videos invisible? Were the complaints silent? Or is fair play now judged differently depending on who is involved? This is where the conversation becomes uncomfortable. If a West African country did even half of what happened in Morocco, would the reaction be the same? If an East African team behaved like that, would CAF and FIFA keep quiet? If black African officials shone light in players' eyes or interfered with goalkeepers, would sanctions not follow immediately? These are honest questions that deserve honest answers. CAF's silence was loud, too loud. It created the impression of selective justice. And in football, perception matters. When people begin to feel that some nations are protected while others are punished quickly, trust in the system begins to break. Football should unite Africa, not divide it. No nation is bigger than the game. No country should be untouchable. Despite everything, there was joy in the end. Senegal went home with the trophy, not by cheating, not by tricks, but by football. Many fans across Africa celebrated that victory as if it was their own country that won. It felt like justice. It felt like balance had been restored. Some people even joked that Hakimi might try to hide the cup using his mother's name as usual. And yes, Africans will always find humor even in serious moments. Faced with tears of joy, but beneath the laughter was a deep sense of relief. The message was clear. Football will always reward honesty in the long run. This is not a call for hatred. This is not a call to attack Morocco. This is a call for fairness, a call for equal treatment, a call for CAF and FIFA to protect the spirit of African football, not just certain teams. What is good for the goose must be good for the gander. If certain behaviors are unacceptable for one nation, they must be unacceptable for all. African football will only grow when justice is consistent and respect is mutual. In the end, Senegal lifted the cup, and Africa witnessed that tricks can delay truth, but they can never defeat it. So let us know your thoughts on Morocco's behavior during this AFCON in the comment section. Share your views respectfully. And if you love honest African football, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. African football deserves better. Thanks for watching.